Hello everyone, it's Cheryl with Ethel Luz. I want to say hello and welcome to all my new subscribers. Thank you guys so much. I was messing around today and I was making some writing boards to go and some journals, and I made this little mini one for a mini journal that I'm doing. Pardon me. So I thought I would turn the camera on. And I was just working away and I thought the camera was recording, and I looked up and guess what? It wasn't. So this is take two. So anyway, here's the one I made, and I just used, I didn't cover this yet. I just left it so you guys could see. I used the back of a paper pad. So anyway, here's how it works. I put this little clip on here so you could clip it in your journal, and that way you wouldn't, it wouldn't fall out. But, say you wanted to write on this paper here, I mean, most people know, and that way gives you a place to write. And if you want to store it, you just take this little clip and clip it onto a page or the back or front cover, and then that way it won't fall out and you'll have it. So anyway, that's the idea I came with to try to keep it in the book. So I was just talking away and I started decoupaging and I looked up in the camera. So I got this far. So what I did is I covered the back in just some plain paper. I put some music paper on the front, and then I decoupaged a napkin over the top of it. And you can decoupage with anything you want. I just happen to have matte gel, so that's what I'm using. This one here, I also covered, I put some ink on here, some distress oxide around the edges. I sealed it, and I've never used this before, and I've had it for a long time. So I thought I would try it. So after my ink dried, I went over it with the distress glaze so it would keep it, permanent. And then on most of my mixed media pieces, so I thought I would try it on here. I use this matte varnish. Now I've had this for about 3 years, and it is only to there. So it doesn't take a whole lot. You're supposed to put a couple of thin coats on there, and that just seals everything so it won't come off. So I'll probably be using that. So we'll come back to this one. I'm going to show you what I did. So I have my glue book here, and I just took, and like I said, this is just the back of I think it's a mixed media pad that I used. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to use my glue stick, and now I use Scotch permanent glue. It just happens to be my favorite. You can use PVA glue, you can use Mod Podge, you could use the gel medium, you could use whatever you wanted to put it down. I just happen to like this glue stick, so I'm just going to use it. And I've been using these for probably a couple of years anyway. And it just happens to be my favorite. I just like the way it acts, and it goes on smooth, and I haven't had anything come up. So then I'm going to take a piece of this vintage ledger, and I'm just going to put this on it. This is a little spatula that I use. This is from We Are Memory Keepers. I've had this forever, and I love this thing. It's good for big areas. So I'm just going to cut around the edge. It doesn't have to be perfect because, like I said, we're going to be Mod Podging on there, or decoupaging some stuff. So on the back, I think I'm just going to use another piece of this ledger since I just have it handy. And that way there'll be a place on the back. I'm not going to decoupage it. I'm going to, whoever gets the journal, they can decorate it themselves. They may want to write some important dates or something on it, but The back I'm just gonna leave. I will seal it, but you will be able to write on it. Okay, and then we'll just trim it up. These are really easy to make, and I love it that you can make them. I mean, you could even cover them, instead of covering them with napkin, you could cover them with a piece of paper from whatever paper collection you're using in your journal. That would be a good idea too. All right. So now that we've got that done, I'm going to figure out what part of this napkin, and I guess I was going to make one off camera, but I will just make one on camera of this beautiful rose. So let's see. Oh, isn't that pretty? All right. All right. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my water brush. I'm just going to mark a line so I can tell where my ends are. All right. So I think I'm going to do that. Actually, I think I'm going to go closer. And then this one, I'll just take it off there. And then I think I'll take some more of this writing right here. All right. Where'd my lid go? Ooh, my fan's blowing everything around. I hope everybody's doing well. And having a good, I know Mother's Day is coming up. There's some good things coming up. All right, let's see what we think. I really think I want that rose about right there. Let's see. All right, let's take a little bit more of this off here. All right. So then I'm going to get my matte medium. There's so many techniques to this as well. But that's just how I do it. I'm going to try to go around the edges really well. All right, guys, what do you think about that? We'll leave that. And let's see, I thought I might want some more of this writing. I don't know, but I think I want this butterfly on there. So I think I'm going to tear it. Oh, I didn't notice that. I don't like that. Okay. All right, let me get this down. I didn't even notice that at the bottom of this. It's probably, oh no, maybe I can get it up. Because it's not dry yet. Yeah, I didn't like that at the bottom. Okay. So let me reseal that. Ah, everything's sticking to me. All right, guys, I'm going to dry that real quick and I'll be right back. All right, I think everything is pretty dry. It's a little bit damp. But what I do for mine to get the napkin off is I just use emery board. And I think I got this at the Dollar Tree. And it works really well because it's really rough. So you don't have to go over it. It just starts cutting it off. And I like the rough edge on it as well. Sorry about the noise. Oh, I bet that's... Let me just pause and do that. I'll be right back. Okay, all trimmed up now. A little bit of paper there. Let's get that off of there. There. All right, so now we've got these. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to get some distress ink. Might help if I turned it the right way. So I think I'm going to use maybe Seedless Preserves, I don't know, maybe Too Bright, possibly some Vintage Photo, some Tattered Rose, and maybe some Bundled Sage, and we'll just go around and we'll see what it looks like. All right, let's try the oxide here. This is the Seedless Preserves. Ooh, that's bright. That's what I was afraid of. Wow! Alrighty. Well, we're going to need to tone that puppy down. Oh my goodness. That is bright. Wow. Okay. Well, I wanted a little bit, but I didn't want it quite that bright. So let's see if we can tone it down a little. Oh my goodness. So this is just a wet wipe. Oh, that's just making it worse, isn't it? All right, guys, if you want it real bright, this is the one. All right, so let's see. Ooh, let's try putting some pink over it, some tattered rose, and see if that, oh yeah, that dulls it down a little. Yeah, that helps a little. Let's try a little vintage photo here. We'll go around the edges. All right. All right, let's try. I'm going to lose a little of this wax because I know this kind of dulls it down as well. It doesn't take a whole lot either. And yeah. And you can kind of see, I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but you get a little bit on there, and you're just going to go back and buff it off. But this is going to seal that in. All right, and then you take a dry paper towel and you buff it off. All right. Alright, so we're going to put some of this matte varnish on there to seal everything in. Oh, got it everywhere. And then we're gonna let that dry a minute. I'm gonna dry that. I'll be right back. Right, and then I'm gonna put a second coat on. All right, let's dry that. All right, so that's pretty dry. So we're gonna set it aside, and let's see about this one. Whew, I'm nervous now about putting anything on anything. I'm gonna try a little bit of the bundled sage because it's one of my favorite colors. And I'm just gonna kind of go around the edge. And then I'm going to use the vintage photo. Ooh, that lifted up. Let's glue that back down. Where's my glue stick? Tore it. All right. There we go. Let's let that dry. We'll come back. Alright, like that better. Alright, again, I'm going to go in with the wax. And it does kind of, tone it down a little bit. I noticed that in the last one. All right. I'm going to finish that off. Alright, and let's put a little of the varnish on there so we protect everything. Okay, let me dry that. Be right back. Okay, guys, I went ahead and put the second coat on there, and I dried it as well. And now we'll go on and finish. So I got out some little metal corners that I thought would be pretty on here. Let's see. So let's put these on. And then I have some, yeah, if I can find them. There they are. Some acrylic pliers. So I'm just gonna put those on there. Whoa, bent the wrong way. Well, if I could keep it on there. Don't like that. Let's see. Open that back up a little. All right. There. All right. And then let's get a couple of eyelets. And we'll use our crocodile. And I'm going to use the biggest eye, which I think is 3/4, I think. Maybe we should just put it in the middle. Oh, this is thick cardboard. There we go. And then the way I made this is that I just took a bulb pen and one of these little clips. I'm not even sure where I got these clips. I've had these for a while. And then I just attached the chain to it, and then it put a little lobster clasp on it. Okay, and then I just took another bulb pen. That way you can take it off and put ribbon, or if you don't like it. I didn't want to make it permanent. And then I'm just going to hook the chain to it. Or the little lobster clasp, should I say. Oops. Might help if I closed it. Well, my goodness. Come on, are you not going to work, pen? There we go. Goodness gracious. All right. So then you have your little clip where you can attach it. So there you go. So again, in a journal, you can just put it in there, attach it to the front cover. And there you go. So now this one we'll do the same. Whoops, wrong side. Okay, we'll put our eyelet in. And we're going to put this one. Or maybe we'll just put it in the middle too. Our eyelet in. And then we'll put this one together. So I just use a ball pen and I hook it to the end of this chain. Maybe. And then these little clips, I think I got these on Amazon. They have a little tiny hole. I don't know if you guys can see that. And then I just put the pin through there. And then the other side. Like I said, I wanted these to be removable, so if people didn't like it or they wanted to put a ribbon, they could. So then attach that through there. And there you go. Got your little clip there. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Again, thank you so much, all of my new subscribers and all of my current ones that have been hanging in there with me. I really appreciate you guys all. I hope you have a blessed day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.